Steve Wozniak and my partner both worked for Hewlett-Packard. Matter of fact, Woz was still working there when we started Apple. And Hewlett-Packard was the genesis of not just the concept of starting your own company, but, and of course it was the primary role model in the Valley, but it was also the ethics or the ethical basis of how you wanted to build your company. A company that was based on values, not based on just making money.
All up in my feelings. I think I'm too
New day, new episodes, you feel me? I knew that something about yesterday's episode I would probably need to clear up, and Fozzie brought it up. He said, I feel like it's not about the money thing, doesn't do it for me. After all, the only thing that pays the bills is that green paper, and you would be absolutely correct. The only thing that does pay the bills are the green papers. I just want to start off by saying I get it. Posting what I posted was not negligent of that, but I need you guys to understand something.
I'm drained, physically, mentally, emotionally. I done gave you all of me, but still you couldn't devote to me. Told you about the niggas in my past and how they hurted me, but you swore up and down that you wasn't the same and how you do shit differently. You tweaked on me, thought I didn't know about you.
I just been reeling just a little bit. Tell me something I don't know, something I don't wanna hear. Cause you just got up, went away and disappeared.
On my way to get some change, but yeah, as I was saying, like, I get it. Money is real. I'm not disregarding the function of money. I'm not disregarding money in of itself, but when I'm saying don't focus on the money, I'm talking about don't prioritize money. Sure, you may need that cash, or you may need it for rent, you may need it for this, that, and the third, right? But don't allow money to control you. That's what happens when you prioritize it. It's controlling you. The best way that I can really explain this to you guys is like really based on my story. Like, I really love stories. Based on story is the way I can really explain this to you. Fives and hundreds. I mean, fives and hundreds. Fives out of
100 in pipes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And ones. Do you have any response to the mic thing? I mean, to the mic.
Do you have any response
To the money thing first?
comment? Not about the money.
Yeah, but what does that mean?
What does that mean? So pretty much, you're gonna get money in this industry regardless. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a cash business industry. I mean, I don't even know what that means. But
What it means?
yeah.
Okay. In life, everything's prioritized only because everything is limited. Like, you have a certain amount of time in a day. So whatever you do most of that day is what you prioritize. When you're at work, you're prioritizing work. When, like, at that, whatever you're doing at this specific moment is what you're considering the most important thing for you to do at this specific moment. Every single time. That's why I appreciate you guys watching these videos. Anyway, I can remember back in college, first started like in the stairwell, for you guys who know the history.
The business is called the barberstable.
There was another barber in there. I wasn't getting much clients. He had all of them because he'd been there for like 4 years already. And they knew him and I was new. Honestly, wasn't that good. Yeah, so it was customary for people to wait for like 2 hours waiting for their cut, and everybody knew that was a thing. So they just bring their homework or like something to do. And me, I value my time. I care. Like, I care about myself and I care about clients. So I was like, yo, that's crazy. But it makes sense if you focus on the money. It makes sense to do that because all you're doing is you're just there as a barber at the chair and people are rotating. So what happens is when you do this walk-in and you avoid doing appointments, what you're prioritizing is the turnover rate in your chair. You're not prioritizing other people's time. You don't care about their time. You just care about your chair. You think that you're getting more money by keeping people in your chair. Now let me show you what happened. Come my junior year, I brought in appointments. I looked up Setmore video I did for you guys before. Setmore came in and instantly got more clients, because what happened was they learned that they can just come in, get a cut, and leave. They didn't have to wait. They didn't even think about appointments. I brought in something that they didn't know that they needed, and they benefited from it. The only way I could do that is if I didn't focus on the money, but focused on the best way to do the service. That's why I learned by looking at the way people were, behaving at the stairwell, and like, oh look, like I looked at it, I was like, I didn't like that. Because what I was passionate about was doing my job the best that it could possibly be. So I did research, found the appointment making site, put it out there, and then the money came. And when you focus on trying to be better, you start providing services that people want, rather than wanting money and just, not being as clear on what it is you need to do to better service, because that's not what you're focused on. So when I'm saying don't focus on the money, that's what I'm referring to. And this is not a formula that I made up. This is a formula that that great people follow. Steve Jobs, his mindset rest in peace, was not to get the most money he could. It was to innovate technology. That was his focus. So that's what he accomplished. And then money came because of it. Michael Jordan, his focus was not to get as much money as possible. Like the NBA you know now isn't the NBA he entered. He was the first person to get his name branded on his shoe. So he didn't, all the motivations people had for going to the NBA, he didn't have. He just wanted to be the best basketball player that ever lived. Money came after that because he was focused on that. Mark Cuban, he's not focused on the amount of money. If you listen to certain interviews, he talks about loving the game. Gary Vee, loving the game, loving entrepreneurship.
It's just a mindset. I think the problem is that people get to a place where they don't want to go backwards because they get fancy, right? They get accustomed to a certain lifestyle, they want certain things, and for me, I love the game so much more than the riches.
Focus on the service and improving that, then the money comes, because that's what money rewards. Wanting money, you can get a little distracted.
If you focus more on the work you're putting out, then you'll have more money coming in every single 2 weeks or every single month, reoccurring. Another reason why you shouldn't focus on the money is because you should be focusing on your skill set. You should be focusing on building your talent, building your knowledge on performing the work. So eventually, when you get better and more experience, you can not only provide quality cuts, but you can also charge more and work less. So if you focus on the money, you're gonna be cutting like a robot, trying to get the next 25, 50 bucks, the next one, putting out crappy work, looking rushed. And I've seen it. People lose their job, people get fired, people end up losing their customers, and then the money really don't come in. So there's no way I can cut this man right here and only think like, I'm about to get this $40 right now, it's 50 bucks, let me get this next one, another person coming in, I get another 50. It's not sustainable. You think that artists were focusing on the money when they were making music? They were focusing on just getting the music out, getting people to hear and to listen. Eventually, yeah, that's the end goal. That's what we all do this for, because you need to make money. Unfortunately, we gotta pay bills at the end of the month. But if you focus too much on that, then you're losing sight on everything else that you're supposed to be focused on and why you started.
Definitely agree, because on top of that, when it comes to focus, your focus begets your action. So it's like whatever you're focusing on, it's gonna determine what you do, because mindset begets whatever you're going to do. Because what happens is if I'm focused on the money, my choices are gonna be based on the highest bidder. And that can deteriorate my integrity. So it's like now, you can be in a shop that you get more money, but you don't like the environment, but you're there because it's more money. But if, say, you get less money and you go to a different shop, but you enjoy the environment, you improve as a person, in the long term, it's a much better situation. You're losing a lot less, because what is rewarded in money is value. And value comes from somebody who is educated in a certain field or experienced, right? So your experiences and what you've learned are what's gonna drive you to be successful in anything. You see the people, you make a whole lot of money somewhere, but not be as experienced, not be as educated. Once that's taken away from you, what do you have left? You can't let jobs make you. You can't make your income make you. If what determines your worth is what somebody gives you, then once that's no longer given to you, you no longer have any worth. You no longer have any usefulness. If whatever you provide is where your value is derived from, and you can be anywhere, and boom, that's it. You can provide anything, no matter where you are. So it's for me, when I was looking for shops, I wasn't looking for the most prestigious shop where I can make the most money, or who can give me the most clout, or whatever you want to say. I knew my value. I knew what I could provide. I wanted to be in a place where it's valued the most, where I could provide that value. You know, life is much more enriching when you do that. But yeah, that's my response to it. Hopefully, I didn't like over talk you guys today. It's gonna be a whole lot of editing. It's just a whole lot of audio. But thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys in the next one.
I'm gonna leave you guys with one more thing. If you focus on the money, then I guarantee you're that type of person who goes to the restaurant and you're looking at the prices and not what you're in the mood for to eat. Let that one sink in.